welcome to the inaugural Stork Festival. This is going to be a naming ceremony which basically celebrates the fact that Storrington, in partnership with Knepp, will become a European Stork Village, and there'll be plenty of opportunity for that. So if you could all give it a cheer, and when we actually hand over the certificate, and the certificate is issued, if you could all give a massive cheer as well, and then after that another one. Yeah, so that would be very, very good. First thing I'd just like to say is a real quick thank you. There's people been up since 5 o'clock this morning sorting this and getting everything together, so it's and it really has gone very smoothly so far, apart from the weather's not quite as good as we thought it might be, but undaunted, we shall continue. We're looking forward to hearing from Isabella Tree from Knepp and from Justine from the European Stork Village, who will be introducing as well. So we're hoping it's going to be a great day and a real celebration of this pretty unique status that we have now. And it's just worth mentioning, yes, the storks, beautiful animals, absolutely fantastic animals, but it spreads a lot wider than that, because it actually shows what we've been able to do and what Knepp have been able to do, and is actually recover habitat and actually get these beautiful animals back into our environment. So where there's a will, there's a way, and we're also going to be, that has a knock-on effect on the entire ecology, if you like. So there are other species, all sorts of issues, you know, about rewilding, about rebuilding habitat. It all falls under the emblem of the white stork. So we're extremely proud to be in the position that we are today. Thank you. And now I'd like to introduce Isabella Tree from Knepp.
Thanks so much. It's amazing to be here. Incredible to see you all. Thank you so much for coming. This is something that is completely beyond our wildest dreams. Here we are in Storrington, whose name Storkton in Old English means abode of storks, and we've got storks thermaling in our skies overhead. I mean, who would have imagined it? It's incredible what's happened. And now Storrington and Knepp together have joined 15 other villages in 15 countries in Europe to become something that is called a European Stork Village, something we couldn't be prouder to be. So thank you, Euronatur, for this incredible privilege and for the recognition of our work, and for travelling to the UK to bring us this award. For those of us who've been involved in the White Stork project, including us at Knepp and our partners Cotswold Wildlife Park, and we have Jamie somewhere in the audience from Cotswold Wildlife Park, our partner, and the Roy Dennis Foundation, the Roy Dennis Wildlife Foundation, and Wadhurst Park in East Sussex, which is the other pen where we have another release pen in East Sussex. This is truly a moment to celebrate. We hope the storks will inspire people not just in Sussex, but countrywide and internationally too. When the first chicks hatched in the wild, in the top of an oak tree at Knepp, it was 2020. It was the year of lockdown. It was the first release when we were allowed out of our houses finally, and tens of thousands of people came to see those storks that had hatched for the first time in centuries in Britain. A giant mural of storks appeared in Brighton. I don't know if any of you have seen it. It covers about 2 houses. It's a thing of beauty. School children marched in May Day parades dressed as storks, much as I think they will be here today. There is something about storks that speaks to us as human beings. Our fate seems to be entwined with theirs. They have nested on our roofs and they found a place in our hearts. For centuries across Europe, they've been cherished as bringers of good luck and new beginnings and rebirth. And nowhere are we seeing that more than in Ukraine at the moment, where they are the symbol of hope for that country. It's the national bird in Ukraine. We've just been there a couple of weeks ago, and it's incredible how this bird can rally people around it wherever it goes. Our live webcam, and you can see it in the leisure centre there, on a pair of storks bringing up their chicks. These have 3 chicks. Last year they had 4, successfully fledged all of them. Is now in its 2nd year and has tens of thousands of viewers. It's streamed into care homes and hospitals and schools, and it's the kind of gentle, restorative viewing that brings a sense of peace and optimism. Do go online and look at it. It's completely addictive. I have it on my second screen on my desk, and I'm on a Zoom call and finding it very, very difficult to pull my eyes away from the parents feeding their chicks. You'll hear a lot more about the White Stork Project later from Laura, our wonderful stork officer, and from Libby about how it connects with our Wheel to Waves Wild Corridor project. Sadly, Charlie, my husband, can't be here today. He's not well. He's really, really sad to miss it. But if anyone would like to hear more about the Stork Project or the ambitions for the project, do come up and talk to me throughout the day. I'll be here all day. And do come to the Stork concert as well this evening, because I'll be there this evening with the wonderful Helen Ottaway and her incredible composition, which was inspired by seeing the storks at Knepp. 8 violins playing like storks and bill clattering with their bows on the violin wood. For now, though, I'd just like to say thank you to our partners in the White Stork Project, to all our amazing volunteers, many of whom are here today, who keep the project up and running, checking on the storks, feeding the storks in the pen, monitoring them and finding out all this new scientific research, which is helping us learn more about this bird and how we can preserve it and increase its habitat along the migration routes. And to Storrington for hosting this very first Stork Festival. I hope it will become an annual event that the whole country will be proud of. And of course to the European Stork Villages Network for opening up a whole new world of collaboration with us. I hope it won't be long before we have white storks nesting on the roof of the leisure centre and white storks nesting on St Paul's Cathedral in London, let's hope. Thank you everyone so much for coming, for supporting this project and nature revival in general, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Thank you, Isabella. I'm going to pass you over now to Justine from the European Stork Village, who has some words to say about what they're doing.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for the extremely warm welcome that I've been receiving. I've been around now for two and a half days already, and I was very touched by the warm welcome I've been giving, so thank you to all of you that made that such a warm reception. Yeah, I'm very excited to be here. As already said, I'm from Euronatur, a German foundation that has been coordinating the European Stork Village Network since a bit over 30 years now. As I said, it's such an incredible honor and pleasure to be here. And the last days that I was here, I have been visiting some places already. So yesterday we had a tour at the Knepp Wilding. We saw some storks and some newly hatched fledglings already. I was also around at West Chiltington and Pulborough Brooks. I was bird watching, obviously, as a birder, and I was very impressed by the landscape. It was so diverse. I was walking around in the early morning, and I also found the River Store, and I couldn't help thinking that maybe it's really named like that because of the storks. I was also thinking that the landscape looks really perfect for storks to feed on. There were this in extensively used agricultural patches, these floodplains that are seasonally wet with ephemeral pools. It looked just perfect for finding all the food that storks need. And then yesterday, when we were at the wildlands, I saw even more perfect habitat for storks, and we saw them also nesting on oak trees, which is a very special sight for me. So yeah, I was very pleased to see all of that. That's really shows the amazing work that has been going on in the region here. And this already actually brings me to one of the pillars of the work that we have been doing since more than 30 years with the European Stork Village Network. It's honoring places where there is exceptional efforts being done for the conservation of white storks and their habitats. Because I appreciated the landscape those days, but it's also sad to say that it's becoming a rarer sight. Agriculture is being intensified all over, not only here, of course, but all over Europe. Agriculture is being intensified, and those wet meadows and pastures, those extensive fields, are becoming more rare, unfortunately. So that's why it is important to have people that are actually committed to the conservation of those habitats. We have been awarding this title to many villages in Europe, and it's always involved people, because people are an important pillar to conserve those habitats. Without the people actively doing the work, there would not have been so many successful stork conservation stories from Europe. So this is another thing that we appreciate a lot in all of the villages that we have been awarded so far, is that the local communities are inspired by storks and working hard to keep them around. Storks are birds that are very near to people and to communities, and it serves as a perfect flagship species, an umbrella species, because conserving storks also means conserving their habitats. It also brings back other birds. Yesterday we were able to see some turtle dove, so also side effects of stork conservation, which is amazing. So for me as a birder, that's great to see that the stork can bring so many messages. Easy was also talking about some of the positive messages coming from stork conservation, and yeah, this just confirms that this is what it's all about. This bird is really able to connect people with nature, and is can be used for a lot of environmental education opportunities, and this is something we really appreciate. So to make it short, we are very excited to see that Knepp and Storrington were really already doing all the activities that we value as a network, and we were so excited to be able to take up a new village in the network once again. The last village was awarded in 2016, so after almost 10 years we are able to give a new award to a new village. So this is a very exciting opportunity for us. We are very grateful that we found this opportunity to collaborate. I'm looking forward to collaborate with all of you. And yeah, once again, I just want to say, extend my warm welcome to Knepp and Storrington as a new stork village in the network. And yeah, I look forward to celebrating this special occasion with you today. Thank you very much.
Welcome back, majestic bird. For many years you've not been heard in the town that long ago was given your name. But when we see you in the sky, we just know that if we try, then our wonderful world will be wonderful once again.